welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I'm an artist and registered dietitian. I have been distracted over the past few weeks, like a lot of people, just with everything that's going on in the Ukraine. And, you know, living in the US, being far away from it, you don't really know what to do with yourself. And I'm not going to get into all of my thoughts and feelings about it, but I will say that Vladimir Putin is a piece of human being and is an absolute monster. We are going to put that aside for now and focus on Ukrainians and helping them out. So I'm going to put some links in the description of some organizations that I've researched. Please do your own research and do your own vetting of these organizations. I've tried to put together a list of the organizations that I feel are most likely to help Ukrainians being displaced. So check those out if you want to donate or do something in that capacity. For me, I don't really know what to do with myself other than find a way to maybe raise money or do something fun to distract, or I don't know. My plan for this week's video is to create some illustrations. I'll sell them on my website, and the money that I make from those will go to one of these organizations. I'm still looking through which one I want to donate to. I might split it up between multiple, but 100% of the funds that I make from the sale of these illustrations will go to one of these organizations. So what I was thinking was, because I'm a dietitian, I'm an artist, what do I want to illustrate that's related to nutrition and relates to Ukraine? And I was thinking about the Ukrainian national flower is the sunflower. So I thought I'd look up the nutritional value of sunflower seeds and illustrate some molecules in the Ukrainian colors blue and yellow. The style I'm going to be illustrating in is similar to other illustrations. I'll put better pictures up on the screen so you can actually see these. But this kind of sparkly style of molecule. Yeah, I just thought we could talk about the nutritional value of sunflower seed. I thought this would be a good tying together everything that's going on with what I do and help some people out, hopefully. So that's the plan. Let's get drawing. Let me pull up the nutrient information that I found. So 1 ounce of sunflower seeds, I weighed out what 1 ounce of sunflower seeds looks like, and it's about 1/4 cup. 1 ounce of sunflower seeds, and this is without the shell. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all of them because obviously there's a lot of nutrients in here, but basically the amount of niacin that you get out of 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds is approximately 13% of your daily needs. The amount of vitamin B6 is approximately 15% of your daily needs. The amount of folate is about 17% of your daily needs, and the amount of vitamin E is about 49% of your daily needs. So I'm gonna go with the top 3 or 4. I don't know how many I'll actually finish. This one's super easy. This one is niacin, and then similar looking is pyridoxine, which is vitamin B6. So those ones are pretty simple. And then folate is a little bit of a beast. And then I don't have vitamin E drawn out. So because I'm drawing with colored pencil on a dark surface, I like to sketch in white colored pencil. However, the white colored pencil doesn't always erase all the way. And so you get kind of like a shadow. And I don't necessarily want to shade in the background. I want to just do the figure itself. And so to avoid the white shadow, I will draw on tracing paper and then transfer it on there directly, so that way I'm not like sketching out. I already have my sketch done and figured out, and I can just transfer it onto the paper. So let's do that. So I have my 8x10 paper here, and I'm just going to trace off the dimensions of it, so that way when I'm sketching on the tracing paper, I generally know the parameters that I need to fit within. So what I'm gonna do is leave 1 inch all the way around. So my illustration is going to have to fit within this space. So I think I'm gonna start with niacin since it's pretty simple. So now that I have the illustration pretty much sketched out on the tracing paper, I'm going to flip this over and trace over all of my lines with white charcoal. Okay, so now I have white charcoal on the back of this. When I place it on top of my paper, press down on it, it's going to transfer the design onto there. I had this a little too far down, so I'm just gonna scoot it a little less than 1/8 upward. I will use like the end of this because it doesn't have an eraser. I just need like something hard. Just kind of trace around everything again, trying not to move. I really try to concentrate on keeping my left hand, it's off frame right now, but it's like a claw holding the paper down so it doesn't shift at all. Once I'm done kind of transferring the design over, I'm going to keep my hand there, just lift up sections so I can see if I missed anything, because it's easy to forget to go over something. Let's swatch some colors next and figure out what we're gonna do on here. I just like to pull out all my colored pencils. I also pulled up the Ukrainian flag and sunflowers so I can kind of have something to reference when I'm picking out colors. Let's start swatching. I'm gonna test on both the brown paper as well as white, but I think in order to narrow down some of these colors, I'm gonna start with just on white. So the colors that I like are the True Blue with Copenhagen as kind of like the shadow, and then the Canary Yellow is really nice with Jasmine and Yellow Ochre as kind of my shadows. So I think those are the colors I'm gonna try next on the brown paper, and if all goes well with that, those will be the ones I use. So usually when I'm coloring on a dark surface like this, in general, I try to put down a layer of white first just to help the color stand out. You can see the blue really blends in. Same with this blue. It just dulls it quite a bit. It actually looks better on camera than it does in person. I'll just show you a comparison so you can see the two next to each other. Yeah, like the yellow just looks super drab. A little bit of white helps it stand out quite a bit more. You can see over top of the white, the colors look a lot nicer. So now that I have my colors figured out, since I'm doing non-traditional colors for these molecules, I need to kind of figure out which atoms are going to be which color. Normally the nitrogen would be blue and the oxygens would be red, and then the carbon's black, hydrogen's white. So since I'm doing blue and yellow and I'm kind of keeping on that theme, I'm going to do, since the carbons are so many, I want these to be my main blue atoms, and then I'm going to have this nitrogen be slightly lighter. So I guess I'll do the hydrogens yellow, so they'll be the canary yellow, and then I'll make the oxygens more of a orangey yellow. So maybe I'll incorporate Spanish orange to make them a little darker. Their shadow, maybe poppy red. So that's what my colors are going to be. And then for the sparks in between, I'm just gonna stick with white because I like the way that looks. Cool. All right, let's do it. So now I'm just gonna test some circles to see what style I want to do the atoms in. I think I'm gonna go with the more crisp lined spheres just because I'm doing so much layering and it's hard to do the more scribbly design with layers. And I think I like the look of these. They look kind of like little gemstones. So let's get into the real thing now. Now what I need to do is add these little sparks in between. And so basically the way I do this is 2 sparks indicates a double bond, a single spark indicates a, single bond. And then I just scatter some little dots throughout just to indicate, electron movement and that sort of thing. I was testing out some different ones. I take my time with a very sharp pencil and do the swipes and then add a little bit of yellow to all of the tips. So let's do it. Purchasing this, I'll put a link down below. You can order it off my website. I hope that it finds a nice home. Yeah, and I will be creating a couple more illustrations in the similar style and color scheme. I plan on doing pyridoxine next, vitamin E, and folate. So I'll be doing those as well. And again, selling them and then donating the funds to an organization that's helping Ukrainian refugees. And then if you're interested, I'll be posting updates on my Instagram at the.kerminator when I eventually make the donation after this sells. I will also pin a comment below this video when I make the donation, so that way if you're watching this later you can see the update. And again, I feel terrible about everything that's been going on in the Ukraine, and I know saying like sending my thoughts and prayers doesn't really do a whole lot, but I just want you to know if you're Ukrainian or you have family over in that area, just know that there are people out there in the world thinking about you and wishing the best for you. You guys are badasses, and yeah, generally just wishing you the best. So that's all I have for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!